learn so much from your mistakes. The most important thing is do not make the same mistake twice.
Hello, everybody. My pleasure to be here today, and this is our first panel in the day. So let's start. Our panel today is about the alchemy of entrepreneurship. What we'll try to achieve today from this panel is to learn how to unlock success through a balanced blend of foresight, inventive thinking, collaboration, and tech-savvy finesse from a panel of achievers. Okay, so my first question would be to Jeffrey and Ahmed. I'll share the same question for both of you, and I'd like to know your answers separately. The success of your ventures likely involves effective collaboration with a diverse team. How do you foster a culture of collaboration and inventive thinking within your teams to ensure that both vision and technology seamlessly integrate into the entrepreneurial journey?
Thank you. I believe in delegation. So when we started the company in 2018, I tried to do everything myself, meaning I tried to be there in marketing, in finance, when it came to everything related to the processing part. We tried to run around from country to country, trying to do everything ourselves. And with time, you realize that you actually only have one opinion on the whole business then, right? So we started with our second branch, which was in Nigeria, and we hired one person locally there. And based on that, we realized new ideas that came in and people that thought completely different, right?
I'd like you to give an idea to everyone. What do you exactly do? What does your company do?
So our company does citizenship and residence by investment, meaning that certain people that were born with a passport that is not too fortunate in terms of visa-free traveling, they can obtain a passport in the Caribbean through an investment and will be able to travel to 160 countries with that specific passport.
Okay. Okay, so delegation is the answer from your point of view.
Very much so.
What else?
What else is that you put people in place that you can trust, that you share the same values with, and that you give responsibility to these certain people that they really feel wanted and needed in your business, and not that they just work for somebody. Especially in MD position, it's important that they feel entrepreneurs themselves and be able to make their own decisions as well on the
Ownership.
ground. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ahmed. Do I need to say the question again? Or
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I think the most sound investment for any entrepreneur to make is having a very strong team, being surrounded by a very strong team that challenges you, that makes you better in what you do. As an entrepreneur, you're not really, you don't have to know all aspects of your business. You need to get professionals that really can do the job better than you would do. They would push you forward, and like Jeffrey said, the delegation is really important there.
Yes. So people and delegating to those right calibers of people is key.
Yeah.
My question would be to Luma as the CEO of Oasis 500. Nurturing startup involves understanding and mitigating risks. What is the best strategy for assessing and minimizing risks while capitalizing on emerging opportunities?
Thank you, Mohammed. I'd like to just give some context into what Oasis does. So Oasis is a early stage venture capital that invests in startups at the very, very beginning of their journey. And by definition, we take risks. Yeah. And trying to mitigate these risks is very, very tricky, right? I'm so glad that both of them mentioned team, because this is exactly this is the number one thing that we measure, right? Team. And how do these teams, it's all about execution, right? So if it's about execution and they haven't executed before, how do you measure that? Is there a way of mitigating these risks? Unfortunately, there's no way. If you remove the risk factor, then it's capital and it's not venture, right? So we do not mitigate these risks. It's all about taking risks. And one of the model is one will work, right? Again, assessing team is very subjective. Yeah. And one thing that we always do is we get successful entrepreneurs to come and vet the new teams with us, because people want to invest in people that look like them, right? So when you have successful entrepreneurs with you on the investment committee, with you assessing these teams, the likelihood of success is very high.
Of course. This question is not written, but from your answers, you're talking about the teams and people in general. How do you choose the right person when you're hiring someone? Is it the character? Is it the skills they have? How do you choose someone that you think is a good caliber for your company?
I like people that share the same values than me. When it comes to trust, for example, will they be honest with our clients? Do they actually guide the people through the process, or will they just sell what makes the most profits, for example? Will they check everything related to their family situations and then, based on that, choose the right program for them, or literally just what's best and easiest for us, right? And this is a learning curve, so you don't know that from day one. Yes. After a little while, you will learn, and that's when you put that person afterwards in place for the MD position, for example.
Yeah, Ahmed, what do you think?
I think that we have to find people that click into our system. You know, the synergies there with the rest of the team that they would be working with. We work in the creative industry, so it has to be people that have the same mindset, that share the same vision, and represent the brands that we create in the way that we see would be helpful to the brands themselves.
Yes, Luma.
It's very difficult. I have to say that. It's very difficult to find people that are like-minded, that share the same chemistry. It's chemistry, it's culture, it's values, it's a lot of things. And what we've been seeing is the new generation and the way the education system is working, and hopefully it'll transform how people think and will create these new caliber that has the right mindset, right?
My last question is for the three of you. As entrepreneurs, each of you has successfully navigated the complexities of vision, ideation, people, and technology. Reflecting on your individual journeys, can you share a key lesson or a piece of advice for aspiring entrepreneurs seeking to strike the delicate balance between foresight, inventive thinking, collaboration, and tech-savvy finesse in their own ventures? And what pivotal insight from your experiences do you believe is essential for the next generation of entrepreneurial trailblazers?
Yeah, I think to never underestimate human interactions when it comes to all these Zoom meetings and team meetings. And you know, sometimes I'm in Dubai, I want to have a meeting with somebody, and they tell me, okay, we can have a Zoom meeting, but that person is also in Dubai. I decline that because it's a 15 minutes way. We can meet each other in person, we can shake hands, we can feel each other how this other individual is as a person. And with especially the technology these days, I think a lot of people are underestimating what personal interaction still does until now in terms of the trust.
Ahmed?
I think for young entrepreneurs, I would really suggest that they trust their intuition when it comes to the creative industry. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. You learn so much from your mistakes. The most important thing is do not make the same mistake twice. That's it.
Yes, that's true. Luma?
Mohammed, here I'd like to talk about foresight and the definition of foresight. Foresight is not knowing what the future will bring. Foresight is knowing that the future is unpredictable. And make sure you're very agile and make sure that you iterate. I'd also, you know, the typical thing to say is unleash your potential. Don't be afraid to go and talk to people, knock on doors, have mentors all around you, and keep the energy up.
What would you tell your younger self? Did you do this when you were young?
I would definitely seek more mentorship when I was younger, and maybe even I was a bit shy, so maybe just knock on doors faster and be bold. What's the worst that could happen? A no. They won't pick up the phone, but I would definitely be bolder. So for all the under 30, be bold.
What's the difference, Ahmed, between the Gen Z or the young person who's starting now and he's choosing his career or choosing the passion he has to start, and the difference between you maybe 20 years later? What does the new generation have from tools and from mentorships, from experiences? What do they have differently than the older or the other generations?
I think that definitely they are bolder than what we were when
Yes,
when I
for
see
sure.
like Luma was mentioning, like I would have done the same like her if I go back. I see that people have a stronger motivation to do something new, to be out of the box, to innovate and to really like be aggressive with their first moves when it comes to entrepreneurship.
Yes, you're on the younger side, and you're one of the you're one of the listers of the under 30.
Correct.
So how do you see maybe yourself in 10 years? How do you see your company going? Did you imagine where you are today, and how fast would you like to be, and where would you like to be?
Yeah, I think the last 5 years we've learned a lot, of course, in all aspects, and now it's time that we are properly able to implement all the things we've learned into the next 10 years, right? We are also growing the group a little bit, so we've diversified in real estate, we're developing certain projects in Greece ourselves now, and all this would have not been possible without the knowledge we have today if we would have not failed a few times, right, during the past 5 years. So that was a great learning curve, and now based on that, the next 10 years will be even better than that.
Yes, all the best, inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
Thank
you
you.
to everyone who was here. My pleasure, and good luck to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you.